Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all doing good today. And today we are going to talk about how to improve the summary that you have written so far. Jadi minggu lalu saya menerima 4 summary dari masing-masing kelompok yang saat ini akan saya komentari. Now, from my comments here, I would like for you to draw a conclusion, and later you will need to improve your future summaries so that they will fit in the ideal shape of a summary. Okay. And first of all, let me share with you the screen. Okay. Here, we will be talking about some of the summaries that you have made. And today, we are going to talk about first, I will comment on your summary. And then later, I will draw a conclusion that you can use for making your future summaries. Okay. Now, let me show you this one. First of all, it's from group 2. This summary, in my opinion, needs some improvements. And the improvements are like this. First of all, the title, guys, come on. The title has a question mark, right? It's supposed to be, who are these guys? So, well, you need to improve the titling there. And the most important thing that you need to improve from the summary is that the summary still includes elements that are not essential. Jadi beberapa elemennya itu masih sebenarnya elemen sampingan saja di dalam teksnya. They should not be included. One of the examples is this one. Time was when movies concluded with the words "the end" over the studio logo. Nah, ini kan sebenarnya cuma pembuka saja di teksnya. So, this is not really necessary to be put in your summary. What do you need to put in your summary? Of course, what you need to open your summary with is the general idea or the main idea. Jadi itu yang semestinya perlu ditaruh di halaman pertama. You already know what the main idea of the article is by now. Kalau kita ingat diskusi yang lalu, artikel ini pada intinya mengatakan bahwa ada beberapa bagian dalam pembuatan movie. Nah, beberapa bagian itulah yang kita sebutkan di sini sebagai pembuka. It should be as simple as that. And here again, end credits on movie can run for 3 to 4 minutes. Ini kan informasi yang tidak necessary, tidak elemental atau tidak wajib sifatnya, tidak esensial. So you can ignore this part. Go straight to there are various positions in a movie production, for example. But in addition to that, you also need to mention the something else, which is the name of the article. Nanti dulu. Now let's move on to the next group, which is group 4. This article opens very well by saying the text is talking about what or who it takes to make a movie. Jadi secara esensi kalimat pembukanya ini sudah menunjukkan bagaimana semestinya sebuah summary itu dibuka. Cuma grammarnya saja yang perlu dibetulkan, tapi it's not a big deal, right? At this point, we mostly need to improve the structure first. Kita prioritaskan strukturnya dulu untuk saat ini. Now, here, unfortunately, you mention some positions, but without giving any particular examples. Kalau yang lalu saya sampaikan bahwa elemennya summary itu pertama adalah main idea, kedua adalah skeletons. Now here we cannot see the skeleton. The skeletons of these articles are supposed to be the 4 positions, right? There's this transportation or production. There's also the group called camera operation. There's group called soundtrack or sound production, and another group is editor. Now, this does not show that it is important for you to mention the four elements, the skeletons. Jadi skeletonnya di sini yang masih perlu ditingkatkan. And the third one here from group one, I think there are several problems that we can fix from this summary. The first one is here. Nowadays the ends are rare and replaced by many others. Ini kan sesuatu yang seperti tadi tidak terlalu essential. Terus end credits on movie can run for 3 to 4 minutes. It is also not essential. What is essential here is that maybe at the end of the movie we see a lot of names there, or movie production involves a lot of people. Kalau itu yang dipakai untuk membuka, it makes sense. And then here, these people are the gang, large group of film crews that goes into making film devoted to sheer slapping. Ini kan kalimat yang diambil langsung dari teksnya. So it's not supposed to be that. You only need to get the essence, not the actual words. Kalau perlu mengutip teksnya, silahkan. Tapi pastikan itu benar-benar sangat dibutuhkan. Seperti misalnya mengutip nama-nama posisi yang ada di sebuah produksi film. That is necessary. You can use that. But for this, like a full sentence, which is actually a general statement, well, you don't really need it. And remember, when you quote from the text, you need to include question marks. You need to put question marks in between untuk menunjukkan bahwa kalimat tersebut kita ambil dari sebuah teks, bukan kalimat kita sendiri. Next. This is from the third group, I believe, or the second group. Yeah, the point is, this article, in my opinion, is good in opening the text. How come? Because it is good because it starts with, in the text, who are these guys? By Dave Kerr, blah, blah, blah. Jadi, it states that behind beautiful movie, there are people who work hard in the making process. This is actually the main idea of the text. Jadi, openingnya sudah sangat bagus di sini. And then here you have, they are divided into several sections according to their skills and job. This is like what you wrote in your graphic organizers, right? Jadi intinya ini sesuai karena memang seperti yang digambarkan di graphic organizer kemarin. Now, what you can improve this summary with is by putting the real parts or the real positions in movie production. Kalau posisi-posisinya dijelaskan di sini atau dikutipkan di sini, itu akan lebih baik lagi. Biar orang tahu yang dimaksud production of a movie itu apa. Misalnya, apa kru yang dimaksud itu apa. For example, foreman, purchaser, or boom man, best man, quick grips, and so on. Basically, positions that you can find in the text can be quoted and put here to give examples to your audience. And these are what you can improve. The good news is, after all this, all of your summaries for the second text are good. I'm really happy to see the summary for the second text. That's why I don't think I need to include that in this discussion. You are already good at retelling the summary or retelling the article called Why Teens Need More Snooze Time. Now, based on my comments here, there are several points that I think I can use for you, I can give to you to improve your next summaries, okay? And what are they? Here. First of all, remember that a summary usually only contains 10 to 25% of the entire article in terms of length. So if your article is, for example, 10 pages, then your summary is ideally 1 page to 2.5 pages. That's maximum. It cannot be, or it shouldn't be more than that. Okay, so that's about the number of pages. And the second thing is that your summary needs to open with the main idea of the article. What is the main idea of the article? You already know about this, and I don't need to explain that once again. And when you mention the main idea of the article, remember now, do not forget to mention also the name of the writer. The good example that we can take here is from the last summary. It starts with, in the text, who are these guys? Author Dave Kerr states that, and so on. Jadi di sini disebutkan nama artikelnya dan nama penulisnya juga. To show that this summary or this text is a summary of an article. And then you need to also use the keywords that are related to these types of text. For example, if it's a cause and effect article, the keywords should be the causes, the impacts, or if it is an exemplification article, you can say that the article "Who Are These Guys" by Dave Kerr exemplifies. Exemplifies is the keyword. Jangan lupakan keywordnya pokoknya. Perlu kita menjelaskan keyword itu sejak kalimat pertama karena sebuah ringkasan yang baik atau sebuah main argument yang baik itu juga membuat kita langsung paham maksud artikelnya hanya dengan satu kalimat itu saja sebenarnya. And number 3, what you need is mentioning the skeletons. If it is a cause and effect essay, then you mention the cause, you mention the effects. Those are the skeletons. If it is an exemplification essay, like what we have read, then you tell us the examples that the article provides, because they are the skeletons. Dalam artikel Who Are These Guys, skeletonsnya kan ada 4 itu. Ada transportation, clues related to transportation, and then clues related to camera operations, clues related to sound production or soundtrack. Remember, the word soundtrack in this text doesn't mean original soundtrack, tapi suara dalam produksi film itu kan biasanya terpisah kalau zaman dulu. And the last one is editing, clues related to editing. So these skeletons must be in the summary. Boleh disebutkan skeletonnya secara umum saja, boleh diberi contoh-contohnya. Kalau dalam hal ini we have transportation, you can mention that the first part is transportation, but you can also provide an example by saying clues related to transportation, such as foreman, purchaser, and so on. Dan setiap kali kita mengatakan kata-kata yang kita ambil langsung dari bukunya, kita beri tanda kutip. So foreman should be in quotation mark, or purchaser harus dikasih quotation marks. And last one, include quotation marks if include quotes from the original text to make it convincing. Jadi kita sebenarnya boleh mengutip satu kalimat atau satu frase atau satu kata dari artikel yang kita rangkum. To make it more convincing, it is necessary to do that. So please do that. And when you do that, do not forget to give quotation marks. So that's basically what you need to do when you want to make a summary of an article. And I hope after this, you can start practicing it and improving your summary. And eventually, if next week on Monday, I give you the big quiz, you will be ready for that. Okay. I think that's all for now. Thank you very much, everyone. I'll see you next week. We will have a live session next week. Bye.